Hi everyone, how's it going? Andy here, also known as that one dude, and welcome to another Dragon Ball DAIMA episode review. Now, we just got episode 4, so very fun episode, very cool. To start off, honestly, I think this episode was a little bit better than the last episode we got. So far, every episode has been great, but 3 was a little bit more slower. 4 definitely picked up, and there is major, spoilers in this one. Well, not so much spoilers yet, because it's basically hinting at what's going to come down the line. So I'm very excited about that. It was awesome seeing that. It's like, yes. So it's definitely interesting, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But anyway, so just to start off with episode 4, to start off the review here. Of course, it opens up, where it left off, with their plane being stolen. So of course now they have to walk and find another way to get there, to their destination, which is of course a huge hiccup. So they eventually get to the Sea of Dark. They eventually are walking, then they see the Sea of Darkness. Goku before that said, "Oh no, we should fly." Unfortunately, in the demon realm, unfortunately, flying is extremely hard. It's the air is very heavy, so flying really exhausts you a lot. And then that's when Goku finds out, yeah, this is heavy. And they were like, no, we have to walk to conserve our energy. Not only that, we wouldn't even make it if we fly. So basically, they get to the Sea of Darkness, and that's where Gloro says, okay, let's go ahead and fly. Of course, we'll take it slow. Make sure you don't fall, because most of you know in the first step, I think first or second episode, I forgot. I'm blanking out right now at the moment. So excuse my slowness. Basically, if you fall into the Sea of Darkness, you're done. So there's no coming back. Adios, basically. So they go over it. Then they see a monster that pops up from the Sea of Darkness, throws them out of the loop. But Glorio says, "I got this." Basically knocks the monster out in basically one kick, which is like, okay. How strong is Glorio? We still don't know, but I have a feeling he's going to be a very strong character. So they eventually, Glorio gets rid of him. They fly over the Sea of Darkness. Then they're walking, and then all of a sudden, Goku says, "Hold on, I sense something." Glorio's like, "What are you talking about?" This giant monster pops out of the rock. He goes, "Pow!" out of the rocks. Then, of course, Goku, well, at that point, Goku Mini, to be more exact. He all of a sudden he sees him. He's probably he's like, "All right, I got this." Runs up to him and basically knocks the hell out of the big monster, and it basically defeats him. And they continue to move on. So and then Glorio asks, "Hey, how did you even know somebody was there?" And Goku's like, "Oh, by ki." He's like, "Huh? What's ki?" And then that's when the Supreme Kai states, "Well, the ki is basically, it's like something that you sense, that he can only sense. So it's like an energy. Well, basically, ki, we all know, is basically an energy that can be sensed or you can use. So they're walking. They eventually find the shop. It's like a little teapot that's blowing out smoke. So they find that. They go into the shop, and that's where Glorio wants to see where if he can get a plane. Now they don't exactly find a plane, but they find something that's called a sky seed. So that'll take them a large distance, and they basically said, he told them, "Well, with you and the 2 kids there, I think it'd take them 120 kilometers if I remember correctly." He charged them 8,000 of their currency. He's like, "That's a lot." And then he's like, "You know what? We'll go somewhere else." No, 5,000, and that's it. Basically becomes a deal. And of course, as usual, and when there's a shop or anything, Goku has to eat, so he's munching on this like grilled lizard thing that he has there. Then he drinks this like herb tea that's like super bitter, and he's like, "No!" He hated the herb bitter. He hated the herb tea, so he's like, "Nope, did not like that." He even makes faces and stuff like that. But he was munching on that grilled lizard for sure. He definitely was. But yeah, as you can see here, this is basically where they're over the Sea of Darkness. Basically says we're not bad. Yeah, you might be stronger than Supreme Kai-sama, and I'm a pretty good fighter myself. Now, basically, Goku roasting the Supreme Kai, they're a little bit saying, "Oh, you're better than the Supreme Kai," and the Supreme Kai's like, "I'm a good fighter also." Now, the reason why I recapped it, this was basically over the Sea of Darkness, because the next one is a huge thing, and I'm very hyped for this. After they're done eating and they're about to leave, Goku goes to a souvenir stand that they have, and guess what they find? Something called a joint bug. Now, before I go into detail, there are plenty of other bugs there, like they're called medi bugs. A bug to recover your stamina, for damages, for confusion, for poison, all this. They have bugs for that'll heal you from all those things. But the join bug is, I think, the one that was like, huh? It's a new fusion. Eating this, if you give one bug, if you eat one and you give the bug to another person, you'll fuse. So they're hinting here of a fusion. They're basically saying, fusion for sure. right there. So you have that, very interesting right there. Thinking, could we get a Vegito mini in this one? Could there be a new fusion? Maybe he won't be called Vegito or Gogeta. It might be called a different name. I don't know. Maybe go like what they said in Super Vekukucho. Who knows at this point? Yeah, but anyway, shout out to DBS Hype. Go ahead and give him a follow. Always posts amazing content. Definitely follow his YouTube channel. Go ahead and do that for sure. But yeah, anyway, the join bug is a way of fusion, so very, very interesting. You see, basically says, and they can fuse for a while, making them stronger. So as you can see, and then Goku's, oh, could you buy some of these bugs? Of course, he does buy some, as you can see. There they are. The fusion bugs are right there, and it's 2, so it's not going to be multiple, because if you go back into the picture here, it basically says 3 people joining into 1 person, so Goku just got 2, so it's basically implying, could we end up getting a Goku and Vegeta fusion here, and could it be, will they call it Vegito or Gogeta, or will it be, like I said, a differently named character? I would say it's probably going to be a differently named character. Hell, it might not even be Goku and Vegeta fusing. It might be somebody else. So, but of course, we're probably theorizing, hey, it's probably going to be them for sure. I would be very shocked if it wasn't them and it was somebody else. But yeah, so anyway, so after that, they end up taking the Sky Seed. They end up flying across. It's funny because Gloria's holding on tight. Supreme Kai is scared out of his pants. And Goku's just smiling, happy that he's flying through the sky. So they're very interesting how they have different reactions. And it's funny because they're like, oh no, there's no controlling it. We have to get off before we run out of time. They're like, huh? So they basically have to get off before they fall into the Sea of Darkness. And luckily they do. So they're safe there. So they made it, they're very good. So at least they have that. And then Goku suggests, oh no, we should fly because we have the bugs now. And they're like, nah, they don't like eating bugs. So, well, flying is still out of the question again. So now basically they go into recapping the Demon Realm Dragon Balls. And Glorio says, yeah, there's only 3 of them, 1 in each demon world. Of course, just to recap, there's 3 demon worlds. He says you can, but they're extremely hard to get because they're guarded by the Tamagamis. I believe so, if I remember correctly, that's their name. They're guarded by the Tamagamis, and so far nobody's been able to defeat them. Of course, Goku sees that as a challenge. He's like, no, we should get the Demon Realm Dragon Balls, and we're gonna go get them. And Supreme Kai's like, no, it's a waste of time. And then Gloria's like, well, it would be a good idea because basically Goku's theorizing we can wish ourselves back to adults, then we can rescue Dende. But Supreme Kai is more focused on rescuing Dende, but Gloria's like, it wouldn't be the worst idea because you become adults, you rescue Dende, or yeah, you rescue Dende. Or I think he suggests, okay, you can use the Demon Realm Dragon Balls to rescue Dende, go back to Earth, then the Earth's Dragon Balls would be restored, then you can wish yourselves back to being adults. So it's either way, we don't know how it's going to play out, but it seems like the Demon Realm Dragon Balls are going to be used here. So we're going to see a different type of dragon, which is always hype for sure. So we're going to be seeing that. What the wish will be, who knows exactly. Whether I think they'll just make it as easy as wishing to, get Dende, probably not. But we'll see. But it's going to be interesting seeing the Tamagamis in action for sure. So I'm very excited about that. So for sure. Now, of course, going into the next slide, again, shout out to DBS Hype. Of course, shout out to this one also. Thank you for DBS Hype for that. Now, anyway, going into that, again, now they go into a city, and now there's some soldiers there, and they're taxing the citizens there that King Goma has raised the taxes. Now he wants 3 gold coins. Now, if they don't have the 3 gold coins, and if they have 2, for every coin they don't give, they get 3 years less. So there's this machine it's like attached to the ring they have around their neck. So basically, if they only give 2 gold coins, they get 3 years of their life taken away. So that ring will connect to that machine they have, and it'll start sapping energy from them. So basically, they lose life if they don't give King Goma his taxes. So I mean, basically, like real life, they're getting taxed to the roof. So yeah, so basically they're forced to give money to King Goma. They're forced to give him 3 gold coins as a tax, which sucks. As you can see, even they say King Goma feels that the demand for offerings has been too lenient. You see, offerings will be 3 gold coins. Anyone who fails to pay will forfeit 3 years of their lives per coin. So anyone who can't pay a single coin will pay 9 years. So basically, if I like this comment here, but by Sharif Beda, like every other politician. Yeah, basically. So yeah, so basically, if they paid no coins, they lost all of it. They lost 9 years of their life, which is that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is the rings I'm talking about here. These are the rings that are basically they're used to control the citizens, and should they not pay, they use those rings to basically sap their life away, which is terrible, honestly. So they're that. Then somebody pays 3, walk away. Only one person pays 2, and you see the machine in action. It takes 3 years of their life away. Then you have this older gentleman who walks in and says, "I don't have any money, please," begging to pay in the next one. Nope, they don't let him. They're about to basically take 9 years from his life, and he said, "No, if you take it, I probably won't live." And he was an older gentleman, which I believe he probably wouldn't have made it if they got 9 years taken away from him. So before that happens, a mysterious warrior comes out. Well, basically, I should say warrior-esque comes out, stops it from happening. She has this machine, tries her best to fight it. Then she gets surrounded by the guards. She's fighting. She gets picked up, tased them again, but eventually the numbers become too much. Eventually, she runs into this alleyway. A soldier catches her, but lo and behold, Goku comes in to save the day. Goku, fights them off. I love that scene was awesome. He fights, I don't know, like I would say 15 soldiers and basically knocks every single one of them out. It's awesome seeing the power pole in action. It's always cool to see that. So he basically sees her. The soldier gets distracted. He defeats everybody. Then he sees that soldier holding the warrioress. He gets distracted and knocks him out. Basically tases him, and basically they're rescued. So she goes on her way. They go on their way. A little bit more later, they see each other down the road. They're walking, and then all of a sudden she pops up, removes her mask, and shows her face. We've seen her in the trailers, in the opening sequence before, and in the ending as well. So we still don't have a name for her. I'm pretty sure the name's out there. I just haven't seen it, but I kind of don't want to get spoiled either. So let me see if DBS Hype posted it. Again, go give him a follow. Okay. This is basically recapping it. You see this is a giant that he fought. That's him eating. Yep, the honey right there. Yep, that's Goku fighting the guys right there. Their poles actually shoot something at Goku. It's like beams of light at him. But he's able to defeat them relatively easily. But yeah, so basically they're fighting. I think the next picture is her. So they're traveling. After she goes her own way, they go their own way. They're traveling a little bit. They get away from all the soldiers. Basically, Glorio says, "You're a fugitive now." He's like, "Well, I didn't think it'd go that bad." But then all of a sudden the Warriors pops up, and there she is. So basically, that's how the episode ends, with her face. So we're finally gonna get the background on this new character. Very excited about that. So that's gonna make the episode, I think, even better. Honestly, like I said, I'm probably with this guy here. I'd probably say it just because of the fusion alone makes it a 10 out of 10, but the fighting sequence was awesome. We're being introduced to a new character for sure. We're being introduced to her. Again, hopefully she's in Sparking Zero, but if I'm taking a guess, I'm probably 99% sure she will be. So it was an awesome episode, a very fun episode. It's very unique, very, I don't know what it was, but it was more upbeat, more vibrant, more, I can't say, but I would say just the fusion alone makes it a 10 out of 10, but overall I'd say it's a 9.5 out of 10 episode. They did a very, very good job with this one, building up hype, because now that fusion bug is going to be in everybody's mind. Well, will this be the episode where they fuse? Will this be the episode where they fuse? So very, very cool. Awesome. Very great episode. I can't wait for the next one next week, episode 5. But yeah, that will go ahead and wrap up the episode 4 review of Chatty for Dragon Ball DAIMA. So as usual, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw. Go ahead and give my boy DBS Hype a follow on Twitter, as well follow his YouTube channel account. He also does episode 4 reviews, does a great job on that. So go ahead and give him a follow on both. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for watching. Of course, feedback will always be appreciated, and I will catch you all in the next video. Later, guys.